And I believe we are live. So, Isaac, you asked for a stream, and here it is. I did make a little bit of a mistake, though. I thought the stream wasn't starting for another, couple minutes, but I guess I scheduled it for, my time is 10:45, but I thought it was at 11, but that's fine. We'll start the stream now. I never know with my audio. It always seems to be screwed up every single time. I think that's decently good. Okay, so Isaac, hello there. Welcome to another stream. I know I gotta upload a couple more videos I'm working on, but yeah, hey, it's stream time today. So you may notice I am not working on the cliffs currently because I have grown very, very tired of them, and I don't really feel like spending more time on the cliffs right now because I've already spent a bunch of time. You can see them off in the background somewhere. All of this side is done, and most of the front is done as well. It's a long process, so instead we are going to be focusing more on this back section here. Now, there's a couple things that we need to do. First thing is continuing building up these walls here, so that will be fairly simple. But there is something that I noticed when I went to the LEGO convention just the past weekend, and, I was showing people stuff and how it works and all that stuff. One thing that they were looking at is, the water mechanism that we built a while back, so, all of that stuff in there. Apparently, this side does no longer work, so I've been trying to figure out what was the problem. I've been looking down in here, and you may not be able to see it yet, but every time that I try to move the linear actuator in there, it doesn't work. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of work on that. I know you probably can't really see anything in there from this angle, but there's some issues in there that we need to solve. Something's going wrong here. I don't know. My camera setup is a little bit weird. It's being funky right now. Maybe I gotta tighten it. Okay, anyways, we're first gonna just start with working on these walls here because it's fairly simple and we can probably get done fairly quickly. Yeah, so another thing, and I know the video isn't released yet, it's a pretty long video at this point. I think it's almost 30 minutes long. It's just because I keep wanting to do more stuff and then I forget to upload it, and then I do more stuff and the process continues on like that. So yeah, I've actually done quite a few things in the video, but one thing that I didn't really mention, or I guess that you guys don't really know yet, is that at the LEGO convention, I got a bunch, an absolute mountain of free LEGO that they were just handing out. So I have a ton of parts now, mainly bricks, 2x4s, 2x6s, and a couple of other stuff. But it's amazing that I got a bunch of free stuff from the convention there, because I had to, pay to enter, and I thought, hey, it seems a little bit expensive, but now I realized, oh, we get all this free stuff, so it's actually not that bad. I actually did not prepare for this at all, so I'm gonna have to go grab all the parts I need for building up these wall sections, and we'll be right back. We'll also probably turn up the music slightly. I think it needs, I don't know. Audio is always weird for some reason. So of course we need some rail parts, and then I gotta find all the other stuff. think that's all the parts. Yeah, that should be all the parts. Oh, Isaac said, yo, last time I went to a LEGO convention, there was a pool of LEGO that you could grab and buy. Yeah, see, I haven't really ever been to a LEGO convention before, like, not a huge one. So, yeah, I was actually surprised to find, like, they do hand out a lot of free, like, a ridiculous amount of free stuff. It's kind of crazy, actually. So, yeah, I didn't really know that at all, and so that was super cool to get a bunch of free LEGO from the convention, even though I didn't even know I was gonna get it. Like, here, I'll show you. I got basically this entire bag of 2x4s here for free. Like, all of this came from the convention. They were handing out a bunch of 2x4s, so I now have restocked on those, I guess. Yeah, it's so cool to see that they hand out parts like that. Here, let's focus on this one section of the wall. I also saw Redna pop into the chat, so hello Redna, welcome to the stream. I know I'm gonna stream more. I gotta do everything more, it's just I don't have time anymore. It is a busy time because I am currently trying to, you know, apply to universities and colleges and that sort of stuff. Although we don't really have colleges here in Canada, it's more just universities. Yeah, it's kind of a hassle. Yeah, and the biggest thing that I've kind of realized is a lot of these universities, they require some pretty high level stuff, so I'm like gotta really focus in on school. Like just before this I was working on a bunch of English project stuff and calculus, going through just finishing up some derivatives and that sort of stuff, so it's fun times, kind of. Okay, right, I gotta read the chat. Rednet's been a while since I checked up on Mumbo's base. I think it's been a while for a lot of people, including myself, sadly, because, I don't know, it's just been hard to, like, work on Mumbo's base for, like, extended periods of time to get a bunch of progress done. Now, I have done a decent amount of stuff. Like, if we look at the second side of the cliffs over there, this entire side as well as the front is basically all done, so this entire side here looks pretty good. The other side is not done, however, and you'll see in the video that I'm hopefully going to release this weekend, I kind of gave up on the cliffs. Like, I can't. I'm going to stop with the cliffs. I'm going to focus on the back sections for a little while here, just to, you know, not drive myself crazy with doing cliffs. But yeah, we'll obviously eventually have to get back to them. But for right now, I don't want to do more cliffs. I want to just build something different. Which is why I can't wait, and why I was semi-thinking for this stream I was going to just have it like in studio. Because I'm really excited to build and design the houses. Now, the design for some of the houses is mostly done already. I just thought that, hey, it'd be kind of fun to do a studio stream where we, you know, go through some designs and, like, look through some parts. I mean, we could probably still do that today. Like, I basically have it set up good to go, so if we wanted to transition over to studio, we could definitely do that just for fun. But yeah, I am getting tired of the cliffs, but I guess at this point in time we have the majority of them done. Like, I would say we're about 2/3 of the way done the cliffs, especially if I've completed the other side of them back there, then yeah, we're definitely long ways into actually building the cliffs, and then all that's left is building a bunch of the houses and, like, the temple and all that stuff. So whew, still a lot of work. I remember thinking that, hey, I'm gonna finish this thing by October, definitely. Of course not. Of course not. Oh, I just bumped the camera. Yeah, I am now thinking I'll probably have the front to all of that, like with the houses included, probably have that done by Christmas, and then we'll on the back sections here we'll probably have a good chunk, like we'll have the structure for all of like the temple and all of that by Christmas. So hopefully we'll be finishing this thing in the new year. I know it's taken a long time, I know that, and I wish it was faster, but at the same time I've got so much school and other stuff that I gotta worry about. It's very annoying, but it's fine. I just have to remember, I just gotta work on the base like every once in a while, like maybe like an hour a day, or like even just a couple hours a week, and the progress will continue. It will be slow, but it will continue, which is why I'm also focusing on making a couple of not really shorter videos, but videos that don't require so much like time put into them. Like these videos of building Mumbo's base here, they take a lot of time because I want to do a bunch of stuff in like each of these episodes, but that's always kind of difficult to, you know, pull off because there's a lot of work involved. And I completely forgot about chat there, so I gotta read that again. Oh, Skanovis has joined the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just working on the back sections here. You probably heard me ranting a little bit, but working on the back sections here because I am tired of doing cliffs, and I'd like a little bit of a change. And another thing that I think only Isaac heard because he was the first one here, at the LEGO convention that I was at, you know, I was kind of showing my build to a bunch of people, and they were looking at the waterfall mechanism here and like wondering, hey, like what's that? Or they were also looking at like, you know, how I have the crank at the front of the base there, and they're wondering what that linked into. And of course I said the waterfall, and they're like, yeah, that's super cool. But when we tried to operate it, this side did not work. The other side worked fine, but this side did not work. And I've been looking through the top down in there, and there's something broken. So we're gonna have to fix it today. So yeah, we're gonna be destroying a bunch of the inner structure in just a little bit, but I decided let's start with a little bit of building here. So we're gonna finish up these walls, and then I also have all of the pieces for putting in the lights that are gonna go at the top here. So we'll put in some lights, probably not like today in the stream, but that will be where the lights go, so then we can actually light up the area. And then after that, which I don't think we'll get to in this stream because that's a lot of work, we need to start thinking about Technic structure so then we can hold up the roof, and then also that roof needs to support all of the weight above of the temple, because obviously we're gonna have that sloped roof, and then the temple goes way up above, and there'll be a bunch of parts up there too, so it needs to be very strong. And it wouldn't be as big as a problem if we could just connect the top. So think of it like these two sides are our base plates. Obviously we want them to go together, but they need to separate down the middle. So basically the most I can put in there is maybe a few Technic pins, so then like we have that support at the top, but really it has to, each section needs to stand alone on its own. Stand alone, that's what I meant to say, and be able to support itself without connecting over, which is kind of a bad structural plan, because obviously if you look at arches, they come together at the top and then each side supports the other side, but if we can't have that connection, then we need a lot of parts and a lot of Technic strength in there to hold up the entire thing. And I once again forgot about to read chat. Okay. Isaac, what's the difference between university and college? Honestly, I don't really know. I think university is kind of, University seems like it's more, like maybe more like with a city or with a government or with, that sort of thing, I think. Maybe, potentially. Probably not, though. And then I think college is maybe a little more private. Also, I generally think of college as being smaller than a university. I have no clue if that's accurate or not. Yeah, that's actually a good question. But yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I would say that's probably about right. Like, college is a little bit smaller, maybe private, and then university is bigger and maybe more like with the government or with a city. Like, yeah, I think that's how it is. And also, I think colleges can offer more specialized programs, where universities, I think, are bigger, broader, and more general. Okay, Scanova said hello. I think I said that before. Oh, also, you can see some non-gray bricks in the wall. I know that, Isaac. I was trying to avoid mentioning that. I think, yeah, it's this section right here, and I'm like, ugh, do I rebuild it? But at the same time, it's a hassle to rebuild. You are right, though. Let's see if I can access this section, because that definitely takes away from the wall, like having that bright yellow. Like, if it was maybe like dark gray, or I don't know, maybe like a tan color, like dark tan or like olive green or something, then I would just leave it. But this is, oh no. Okay, let's pop the camera up over here so then I can take a look. Okay, Sorry, I'm just making sure that my microphone doesn't come unplugged, because that's gonna mess up a bunch of stuff. Okay, I don't know if I can change, because this is a solid, like, all of this is kind of built to be a solid block. Well, let's think. What ways could we cover it up? I guess we could probably put some tile like that sort of thing. But that looks kind of weird. I could also do a couple of plants like on the side. I know, it's the annoying little things that I forgot to plan out entirely. And another thing I've also noticed that we're gonna have to change is, if you look at, oh, stuff is falling apart. If we look at stuff right here, maybe a little bit difficult to see, but all of this wall, so this is kind of like right in front of the waterfall here, all of this wall is too far forward. So the cliffs that I built on the front sections, they like kind of like slope, and then like they slope in a bunch and then over, so you see this massive rainbow wall there. So we have to move this entire wall back a couple of studs, annoyingly. Yeah, it's very annoying, actually. Poor planning. Poor planning. Which I guess wouldn't happen if we designed everything in Studio first, but I don't want to do that. Why does this, my thing here keeps on loosening? Okay. Okay, I think that's back to, oh, camera's too far forward. I could help you build. You just need to. Yeah. Yeah, Isaac. I know. You have to fly quite a ways, actually. Oh yeah, fun fact. It's snowing. Actually, yeah, it's snowing right now outside here, so that's kind of fun. Nothing like a good snow in October. Actually, the snow kind of came a little bit late this year, but I don't think it's gonna stick around for too long, as it normally does in October. It's kind of like snow comes and then it just melts again. It's a big mess, and then eventually it comes back. But yeah, it's currently snowing outside. Kind of cool. Redness said maybe it would be a good idea to move at least some of the mechanism outside the structure so you don't have to destroy everything whenever it breaks. Yes. I do realize that, and I was also thinking of doing something like maybe we have, because I know the mechanism is down in there somewhere, where we have just kind of a module that just like slides out, so it's still like structurally sound. But then again, at the same time, I'm thinking another thing that I could do is just destroy it, because obviously we're going to have to destroy it either way to fix it. So destroy a bunch of this structure, so go down and destroy it, and then I swear I've already destroyed it, I think once or twice. It's ridiculous. And then I'm thinking of what to do is just make sure all the systems are very good, they're gonna work and they don't break. So like I'm gonna run like a motor on it and just let it run for a little bit, and then I'm just going to, I know it's a little bit illegal, I'm just going to glue the bars together because I can't handle going back through. And at this point in time, it's a little bit too late to try and redesign all this area to be like a modular thing that just slides out. Yeah, I probably should have like, it just didn't work out though. I probably should have built this all like a lot closer to the edge here, but it doesn't really work out. I don't know if you can see what's going on in there, but basically every time that I try and connect the two sides together, there's this joint that just like slides off to the side, so it never actually connects. So that's the problem I have to fix. Redneck, you could paint the yellow brick. That's getting a little bit on the nasty side there, but I suppose I could. Or like I could probably just cover it up with a couple of plants or something. Or I could just leave it and hope that no one notices. Except for Isaac already noticed, so that doesn't really help my argument there. Yeah. Oh, Scanovus, how's the progress on the brickheads coming? Glad you asked. I actually currently have all of the parts except for one bricklink order, I think. So if you look over there, all of those packages in the corner are all of the parts for the Hermit brickheads. Just missing one, I think. So once I get that package in, then I am going to start building and recording and uploading that video, which I think is going to be super fun and cool. But yeah, I've got most of the parts. For like, I could probably build, I think I could build like almost all of them to full completion. I'm just missing like, I think like maybe 20 parts is missing that's coming in the mail still. I guess that also gives you a sense of how long it takes for bricklink orders to come, because I did order those a while ago. Isaac said, if you want to get easy views for a few subs, do YouTube Shorts. I also was kind of thinking of doing a couple of YouTube Shorts. Just, but I don't really know what I'd do them on, because I guess I could make a couple of YouTube shorts about the brickheads I'm building, and then also make a video. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I just look at YouTube shorts and go, like, it's so little effort put into some of, I mean, some of them they do, like, really think it out, and it's actually a good, like, video. But there's so many of them that are so, like, so little effort, and then they get, like, you know, so many views on shorts. It's annoying. Okay, oh yeah, Isaac said in Sweden this is what we call summer. Yeah, I mean, it's not really cold out either. It's just like on the verge of like -1 or 0 degrees. So it's like it's technically snowing, but the actual like outside temperature is really not that bad at all. I'm what in the world? I'm missing a section of the cliffs here. Look at, you can see that. Or cliffs. I have cliffs on my mind. I swear, it's the only thing I've been thinking about for the past while. Where did that section go? I remember, oh, there it is. I remember seeing it fall off. Okay, and actually, I have to look where this ends. If you... Little effort and recycling content, cough, cough, Scanovus. Hey, come on, don't be mean. Oh, Scanovus says, I don't like you, Isaac. Yeah, they take 30 minutes to make, yeah, I know. Whereas, like, this, it takes 30 minutes to build, like, this section. Like, probably, actually, if I was really working hard, it'd probably take 30 minutes to finish all of these walls here. And that is going to account for 0 video time, because I'm just going to jump cut to having this done. And actually, I have to look at the other side that we already have done to see where I decided to put the lights, because I know it's somewhere around here. I just don't know exactly where. So I gotta take a look at that. Okay, I have looked at it, and it appears that it's four plates down from this top section. So let's just grab some parts here. So wherever I'm sitting at, it needs to be. So I've got like 2 more plates left. 2 or 3 more. Okay, I saw the chat moving a little bit more. Oh, Scanovus, but you've made like 24. Oh, yeah, episodes on Minecraft Logic. Well, Minecraft Logic is weird, so like you could make a ton of videos on that. But I guess if you compare any video game logic to real life logic, it's not going to line up because it's a video game in real life. So. Oh, Rednut's got to go now. Bye, Rednut, and thank you for joining the stream. It's always appreciated. Where does this go? Pop one there. One there. Okay, dang it, I lost. Actually, while I'm over here, I might as well grab one of the bricks from the brickheads. Okay, here we go. So Skinovis, I think you're still here. Yeah, Skinovis is still here. What I'm planning on doing is I have, you know, all these packages here of parts for those brickheads. And what I'm planning on doing is comparing the Hermitcraft brickheads to... Okay, I'm just opening up a Bricklink order right now. Let's just scooch everything back. So this is, I think, one of the largest Bricklink orders I placed for all the parts. Oh, they're not organized at all. So yeah, it's a kind of random assortment of parts. Seemingly random, I guess. But if you look at it, and now I don't know if all of you guys know what's happening here, but basically me and Skinovis are kind of collaborating to create a bunch of Hermit brickheads. So like you can see some of the parts that's going to be used for Scar's top hat there. And there's Ren's glasses that we had to use. Yeah, all the parts in here are for the brickheads. And what I decided to do, I can fit everything back in the... Okay, I just had to shove that Bricklink order back in its box. One thing I decided to do, and I think this is the right Bricklink order. I decided to buy one of the Minecraft brickheads, and then what I'm gonna do in the video is compare the Hermit brickheads to the Minecraft ones. So here we have the Creeper and Steve brickhead. Obviously it's not in a box, so but this is in a completed build that I just bought off Bricklink, because I don't really have any Minecraft brickheads. So yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison between Lego's actual Minecraft brickheads here and the ones that we're gonna make, because I thought that'd be something fun to do. Plus, it was also the cheapest way to get some certain parts, like the creeper face there and the square eyes, because I need that for, I think Doc has the creeper face. So that was the cheapest way to get it, was in one of those sets. Okay, let's bring us back up here. Okay, Isaac says that Scanova should start streaming Minecraft, but he doesn't want to. And Isaac's wondering if Scanovus is going to make some full-length episodes there. let's try to finish this off a little bit. Okay, wait, so I need the 2 center ones. Need that much space. Now, is that accurate? I think I need 1 more stud there. Maybe 2 more. Okay. So, yeah, we can just pop that in there. Pop that right there. I think that's enough. Oh. If you guys saw that, there goes another part into the abyss of the structure that I will never get out again. Except for that, I guess we're destroying it, so I'll have to get. There are a bunch of parts just sitting down in the structure that I can't reach, that are just sitting there because can't get at them with my fingies. Okay, that looks like the right height. Yeah, that looks about right. So that's where that's gonna sit. So that is, actually, I'll just leave that there so I don't forget. Okay. Just pop a couple more parts on here. So yeah, we're essentially gonna have 1, 2, 3 lights right at the top there, and then that will light up the area. Oh, I keep bumping the camera here. It's not in a very good position. Oh, maybe that's why this keeps on tilting. Okay, anyways. It's kind of a... Oh, no. Shoot. I need to put that there. Then have this there. Oh yeah, also I'm sure you all saw the return kind of Mumbo Jumbo. So it seems like he's getting back into it, which is always awesome to see. And him getting back into it in turn probably is gonna force me to do a little bit more Lego than I've recently been doing. Another thing to remember is I think this like period of time, like basically from now until I would say like I don't know, probably from now until about February is probably my busiest time in terms of school, and then after that it kind of dies off because I'm, you know, changing schools to university, so it kind of dies off after that. And then university is a whole other story, but I'm pretty sure like my first half of the year is gonna be pretty relaxed compared to what it is right now. Like right now I'm doing so much work. It's probably a little bit too much. So I guess we can also, although the other side's a little bit weird, but we can also raise up this wall because it needs to be at least this high plus probably a little bit more. And another thing that I'm a little bit apprehensive of is I know that this has to be raised up to a certain point, but then we're gonna have to start doing some cliff work on the back side. Obviously it's not gonna be that much, just enough to kind of like slope it up to the temple, but it is going to it's gonna be a fair amount. Maybe we aren't that far to Mumbo, why'd you have to decide to build a cliff face? See, when I initially saw it, I'm like, oh, that's super cool, because I haven't really done that much like massive terrain or rock work before, and now I'm like, I don't want to ever do rock work again. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. I just don't want to do rock work in the near future, which is kind of why when I'm looking at season 9, although I don't even know if I want to start a massive like next project for a season 9 Lego base, because I don't know if I'm going to be around long enough to finish it. Yeah, I'll probably I don't know. This is kind of a little bit far off from what we're working on right now. But if I am going to work on something from season 9, I'll probably choose something a little bit smaller that I know that I can complete like within a couple months kind of thing. But yeah, this entire build here is basically just turned into an absolute behemoth. Like, definitely move on, because if I know YouTube, it's you guys can't handle sticking to the same thing for longer than 10 minutes. So yeah, it's probably time to move on soon. But I'm the kind of person that's like, I've started something, I have to finish it, have to see it through. I'm not going to disappoint you guys and not ever finish this. Shoot, where did I put those parts? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so essentially the plan is just I'm putting a light blue translucent round piece in here, if it fits, question mark. Okay, let me see if I can get this to work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so basically that just sits there. I'll put the light behind, probably make sure it's all covered like up, so it's like a nice dark, so then the light shines outwards. But yeah, we just gotta do that 2 more times. Yeah, the nature bits will probably be more interesting to build. Yeah, especially like, I can't wait to do, like, I really cannot wait to kind of, instead of working on a what's that? Horizontal? No. How am I forgetting? What's the word? Vertical. Oh my gosh. Instead of working on a vertical surface, I can't wait to start working like horizontally and just working on like terrain in that sort of sense and building houses. Like, I think that's gonna be so much fun. Now, I think what's gonna be a real challenge is building houses vertically up the cliff face. Like you see, look at this, the image is like right over here. Like that, building the houses up vertically along the cliff face. That's gonna take a lot of planning. I also can't wait to put in the rope bridge. I think the rope bridge is just gonna, it's gonna tie it all together. It's gonna look really cool. These walls do look a lot more impressive though when I have like a big, like large scale. Like this here, like that looks pretty cool, but having like just having this completed, that looks super cool. And I guess maybe that's what's getting me down a little bit is we've been working on the cliff so long, it doesn't really seem like we're completing that much. Whereas if you do something like this, it's like, oh, it's done. And look at that, it looks a lot better now that I've worked on it. I suppose, what time is it? Okay, let's work on these, let's work on this wall for another, let's say 15 minutes. Let's see how much we can get done, and then let's start destroying that inner section because we need to do that. Isaac, who would have known that the queen would die before you finished? Yeah, and who also would have known that season 8 would have ended, and I don't know what else happened. A bunch of other stuff happened. Who would have known that, I don't know. That Mumbo would have cycled across, like, the entirety of, well, not the entirety, but, like, all the way from, like, that's kind of a long bike ride. Like, I've done my fair share of, like, biking around the world and, like, bike touring, but, like, he's done a very impressive ride. There goes another piece into the depths. Yeah, Isaac, I guess I can say it took me so long to build this that the queen died before I finished. Technically speaking, it's true. Kind of funny. Okay, let's do a few more layers of... couple more layers of light bluish gray, and then we'll switch to dark bluish gray. Try and get a couple more of those kind of spots. I do realize that, like when you look at Mumbo's actual base, it's not really like this. It's more kind of like spotty between the two. But I decided it would look better if I did kind of big spot, kind of like what is it Scar or B-Dubs who says that, where they're like, you have to kind of have a reason behind why you're putting stuff in, and it looks better when you have that. Oh, let me just pull this entire section out. It looks better when you have kind of sections of color that match, versus just doing like kind of like checkerboard, like random all over the place. And you know what I was also thinking? If we look at the back side of the wall here, like since it has this really cool kind of texture, like so the front side obviously has a much more like small, like you can see the texture, but it's definitely not as harsh as the back side here, where it has like all those sections sticking out. I was thinking of taking... Now I don't know if I'm using this technique or not. I just kind of thought of it while I was building this. But I was thinking of taking some of these parts wiggly viney bits, and then essentially you can see we have all these cracks, so we can start the vine like here and just kind of work our way around all these sections, and then kind of what I was thinking is that I could then clip a bunch of like plant parts to that, and then that like creates a very kind of overgrown natural look, like there's like actual maybe, yeah, vines, I guess. There's like actual vines like growing up through and into the wall. This may need a little bit more development to try and get this to work better. But yeah, like you can see like my idea here. You basically just stuffing in these very bendy bits all throughout the wall, and then I think that could look... You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. There we go. So you can see I'm like putting in these bendable vines like all throughout the wall, and then it kind of looks like they're all falling out. But you can see it looks like it's like growing up through the wall, and like all the bricks have like cracked or something, and like some of them have been like pushed back, or maybe they're like falling out forwards and like the vines are holding it together, kind of thing. I think that looks really cool. And then you can attach it needs a better attachment, but you could like attach a bunch of plant parts to there to make a really kind of more ruined look. I don't know if I'm gonna use that technique at all, but I just thought of it as I was building here. So, if you guys want to use that. Oh, Scanovus is back. I'm sorry he left. Wait, Isaac, what do you want me to try? I missed what you said earlier, or if you said anything earlier. Okay, let's try and finish this section here. Oh, the vine thing? Well, I don't really know what I would use it for. So I could use it for some of the houses, but really, a lot of them aren't really ruined. They're just really kind of small and highly detailed. The only thing I could think of using it for is maybe... I could maybe use it for, like, the temple at the top, because I know that has a couple of vines, like, growing up through it. But, I don't, like, this base doesn't have a lot of... It would have been perfect to use on, the last build I did, you know, Mumbo Season 7 base, because that entire thing was like vines and all ruined in that sort of style. Yeah, but I don't think there's not a whole lot of builds that that would actually work with. Because yeah, like if you look at Mumbo's base, like all of this section here, even though it is kind of a temple, it's not really a ruined temple at all. Yes, it's got, like, you know, some detail and some texture and maybe like a little bit of wear and tear going on. But in the grand scheme of things, like this entire base section it's pretty pristine. Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, I suppose I could use it on this wall here, but this wall is kind of supposed to be clean. But it is a good technique to keep in mind, like, when I'm doing other builds. Oh, you wonder what will get finished first, your fairy? Well, I'm sure if you were racing, you could definitely beat me. Especially at this point in time. I don't know, it's just every single like weekend I'm like, I want to do Lego, but I've got like 8 units of whatever school I've got to get through. Very annoying, but then again, it's school, so kind of necessary. Oh, so Isaac says that you lack funds compared to me for doing Lego. It's kind of funny. So I guess your problem is not enough parts, and my problem is not enough time. Is what you're saying. I mean, as long as we've got, I just have to think like, hey, if you do like half an hour every single day, just imagine how much progress you'll get done. Oh, your birthday's in a couple weeks. Well, happy birthday. Oh, yeah, a few weeks. I thought I read days. Well, happy birthday, Isaac. Yeah, birthday is always a good way to get a bunch of Lego and other stuff. For free, basically. And now what I'm learning is I've got to pay attention to when Lego conventions are, because I get a lot of free stuff there. Okay, let's see. How am I going to design this section? So you probably want something like that. And then maybe. You know what? I think I want to do like a big, massive spot of dark gray there. Actually, I'm gonna look at the. Yeah, I'm looking at the other one. You know what actually would have been a maybe slightly smarter thing to do, is with all the darker gray, I could have pushed it back half a stud so then it kind of looked like the darker gray was like eroding away, and that was kind of further. I mean, actually, this is kind of like playing with B-Dub's technique of using colors rather than like than actual like bringing in and out kind of thing, like bringing blocks forward versus pushing them in to give depth. Instead, you use colors. So like, I guess if you look at this like that, it does look like these sections are kind of pushed in a little bit more because they are that darker color. It just would have been cool if I pushed it in a little bit more to create that. Yeah, I just B-Dubs. What an inspiration to what a person. There we go. What a person to draw inspiration from. Because all of his like techniques and stuff, they are obviously kind of Minecraft specific, but they are very applicable to a lot of things, like including Lego. I feel like Lego is kind of like the next thing that it applies to the most. Yeah, Isaac, or that too. It's kind of like paint that's worn away. Yeah, and I like, even when I'm looking at it here, yeah, it does look like the darker is kind of like set in a little bit more. Yeah, but you're totally right. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like that paint is kind of worn the paint is worn away. I don't know why that was so difficult to say, but whatever. Okay. Okay, so we've got 1, 2 there. You know what? I probably actually. So, I'm just thinking. I don't want to build the rest of these because I don't want it to take the rest of the time of the stream. Okay, how about let's finish this one, then let's destroy this intersection, and then I think we'll call it there. Because some destruction is always fun. I could also, actually, I don't know if I have it pulled up at all. But I could also show the design I have for some of the houses. I really like how they come out so far. Mainly because I really like the I've been able to kind of create this really cool design. It's very similar to this, but it's a little bit more like textured, and it also has a lot more like vines and plants growing out of it, which is a little bit difficult to do because you have to like keep in mind it's at a small scale. So essentially what I did is I took where is it? I took these plants, there we go, and I stuck them into the wall like sideways, so it creates this really cool kind of vine technique, but it's using those plants, and it works because these have like really small leaves compared to the other Lego parts, because I don't want to cover up all the detail that I spent, you know, working on with with building all the buildings in the first place. But yeah, kind of what I'm doing with Studio is I'm kind of just figuring out what sorts of parts I need, and then I'll probably order a bunch, and then from there what I'll do is just design the houses as I go along. So I'll have like 2, maybe 3 reference houses that I've already built in Studio, and then the rest of them will just build kind of not live. I mean, of course we'll do a couple live streams building houses, but you know, I'll just build them as I go along. Using custom parts for Lego Mox is the Lego equivalent of using mods for building in Minecraft. Yeah, you're basically exactly right. Like there's a lot of parallels that you can draw between Minecraft and Lego. Like basically creative mode is basically like using Studio. It's where it designs stuff and where and you know, where we have unlimited access to all the parts. Whereas building here is a little bit like survival, where you know, we have to like place in all the blocks as I go along here. It's real life, so that's how that works. But on Studio, you can just, you know, copy stuff, paste it all over, switch up things super easily, kind of like creative. And then ordering parts is kind of like resource gathering. So it takes a long time. Maybe not like the actual ordering of parts takes a long time, but you know, it takes a long time to figure out what parts you need, and then wait for them to ship and come and arrive. So I would say that ordering parts is kind of like resource gathering, and then oh, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, and then you're right, using like custom Lego parts is like modding. Kind of like how although I guess it's not really modding, but kind of like how I've put like the Mumbo face and green face and those sorts of things on the minifigures. That's kind of like modding, but at the same time it's kind of like it's just like regular skin making. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Lego and Minecraft. Oh, what was the other? There's one more thing too. Yeah, because like you design stuff in creative in Minecraft, I design stuff in Studio in Lego. You build stuff in survival in Minecraft, I build stuff here in real life. Yeah, it's very similar. Oh yeah, texture pack. This is basically what that is. And then, oh yeah, and then stuff like, cause Lego Redstone, if you can call it that, isn't really like, there isn't, I mean, obviously there's some electrical stuff, and there are like actual Lego electrical things that you can do, which would actually be like Redstone. But Lego Redstone is kind of similar to Create, where it's like all gears and like bars and like linear actuators, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I guess that there is also a bunch of like actually electrical stuff, like the electrical motors and that sort of thing. And I suppose you could also Lego also has like pneumatic systems, which I don't know where that fits in like to Minecraft. Although I haven't really dabbled in pneumatics with Lego that much, mainly because I don't really need to invest in them too much. Like, I could have used a pneumatic system for the waterfalls. It would have been really cool, but I would have had to use a bunch of hoses for pressurized air, I think most of them use. which totally would have been cool, but I think going with a mechanical route is probably better for Lego. Also, it's probably cheaper, I think. But you're right, Isaac. Like, that yellow right there is very, very jarring compared to the rest. Yeah, I might steal that wall design for you. See, it's a really nice wall design. The only problem is it does use plates to build a wall, which isn't necessarily the fastest method. It's very, yeah, like, I don't know why I decided to do this, but it's very parts intensive. Like, you to use so many parts just to build a little wall here. But it looks good. Like, it looks much better than if you're just to take, you know, bricks and stack them up. Although you can get a couple of really cool techniques with bricks. Just not quite as nice as with plates. Like, yeah, I did a couple of I did mainly brick stacking, like with Mumbo's. Oh, that seems a little too. With Mumbo Season 7 base, yeah, Season 7 base, I did a bunch of brick stacking, and not until later when I ordered. No, I don't think I ordered, but I got a bunch of plates from Pick a Brick Wall. And it was at that point that I'm like, oh, using plates makes everything look so much like smoother and better. So then I started using plates, which then took a lot longer to build. Like, yeah, if you look at the bottom of Mumbo's Season 7 base compared to the top, there was a lot more, like, not, I don't know, smoothness maybe isn't the right word, but there's a lot more kind of like natural looking rock. No, I mean, I guess it wasn't really rock, but structure. There's a lot more smooth and natural looking structure further up, and down below is kind of weird because there's like huge chunks. But then again, sometimes it is really helpful, no, really useful to use just brick stacking and like keep it simple, because then you can build like massive, you can build like insanely huge stuff. Like, if I had to do this for all of like this wall here, that would be ridiculous. Oh yeah, you can see it's not that structurally stable either, because it uses a bunch of plates. Oh, it's really leaning there. Oh well, it'll get all attached in at the top. It's really, the other one's leaning as well. Okay, I guess we're almost finishing up this wall here. Shoot. Oh, I should have done more. Okay, actually, wait. I can pull it off real quick here. Should have done more of the brick technique where you use these. Oh wait. Just look at something here. Actually, this is perfect point for me to... Oh, there goes everything. But this is the perfect point for me to use some of these plates to actually connect it over so that it's not such a disconnected mess. Where did I put it? Like, I think that works. Yeah. Now I've got at least one solid section connected over there. Oh, shoot. I guess I probably, like, looking at this design as well, I maybe didn't need to put these tiles back there, because let's see, if we take them off, I bet you there's a reason that I've done this and now I'm not remembering. But if I take off all those back plates and then stick this on. Oh, right, yeah. Because doing that actually made it like the exact same. Oh, right, because I guess, look at, if you look at, wait, that's not right. Wait a moment, something's wrong here. Oh, that's what line, okay. Never mind, that does not work at all. It's like half a stud off, that's why it was leaning so much. Okay, well, let's put this back together. Okay, there we go. Okay, we need however much space that is. That right? Let's see. No, one more stud, I think. Yeah, one more stud. There we go. Look at that, we're almost done this section, the second section here. Okay, I think that's going pretty good so far. And yeah, I think we're essentially done these sections here. I just gotta put in one more of these blue tiles there, and then that looks good. Strongest design. Okay, let's see what we can do in just a couple minutes with destroying this top section here. took out my camera mount there. Oh, and there it goes. Okay, I think that... Oh, actually I could bring the camera a little bit over this way. I can flip it up slightly. So essentially what we're trying to do is get down into the mechanism that's somewhere down there. So I guess... do I even... this is going to be a big hassle. I guess we'll just have to slowly work our way down. I lose so many pieces down there. So I guess we'll get them all back fairly soon. Okay, I think I found the issue down there. Oh, it's a little bit difficult to see, but there's just a section that's completely not attached. Turn down the music slightly. Yeah, there's just a single section. Where is it? This is it's in a very bad position, but right down there. It's just not. It's not attached. That's not good. Yeah, because I think the main problems that I keep having is not really to do with like my gear systems or any of my gearboxes there. It just has to do with the connection between like universal joints and the axles, because it keeps on coming apart. Oh, that's a hassle. Sequenta, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going wrong with the inside of the structure here. So we're currently working on the back section. It's a little bit of a strange view you're getting right now. Yeah, so over here is kind of like the storage area, and then down over here is other stuff. So basically what I had to do is destroy a bunch of stuff to look at my gearbox system again for the waterfall, because it's not working. And I found out that there's actually a joint in there, universal joint attached to a one of these bars or axles, and it is just it's not connected. It's just not connected at all, and that's why the waterfall is not working. So I was doing some testing and I was trying to see if I could get the waterfall to work, because I thought it'd be cool, you know, have the waterfall running. But it turns out not possible because it's just broken. Let's see if I can get it to go back together. Also, there's a bunch of just loose parts down there that I've dropped over the time that I've built this. It's a mess. Because yeah, my actual gearbox system looks to be all good. I think it's running fine. It's just the connection. If you don't have a good connection, then you can't. Keep on hitting the microphone here. It's probably not the best thing. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, it's in a very bad spot though. Okay, I kind of have to end the stream soon, but let's see if we can get this fixed. See if we can pop out of it. Ugh. This is gonna be a pain to fix. And you probably can't see it, but there's a bunch of parts just all sitting around at the side. Just trying to tear through this. Why did I have to build it so well? Okay, I know for a fact that none of this is coming apart because it's very sturdy. It stayed together. Problem is I can't take it apart when I need to take it apart. Oh my gosh, okay. There we go. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's try and get you lower down. But it's that connection right there. It's not connected. That's a very annoying connection. Well, we figured out what the problem was, so I think I'm probably just gonna end the stream here because it's a little bit difficult to get at, and I have to go pretty soon here. But I'll be able to fix that fairly easily. I just need a couple of tweezers or pliers, get in there and connect it. I'll probably, regrettably, glue it just to make sure it doesn't come apart again. I know it's probably not the best choice, but at least it will stay together if it's glued. I hope. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the stream. I mean, hey, we did a decent amount of stuff. We also got these walls over here done. Now I didn't complete the third one because we wanted to get a little bit of destruction in there, try and get down in. Okay, I think that's about gonna do it for the stream. So thank you so much for everyone who joined. Thank you, Sequenta, for joining right at the end here. And Isaac, as always, and Skinovis, and Redna, and whoever else may have joined along the way. Yeah. Thank you, and hopefully there will be a video on all of this coming soon. I know I keep saying that, and that it never is a video because I just don't work on it. But it should be soon, hopefully. And I am making a couple of other videos as well that aren't Mumbo Season 8 base, so hopefully I'll have those coming out as well in the fairly near future. But yeah, I think with all that said, it's time to end the stream.